Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we are going to be looking at the comic book history of Super Skrull and asking the question, did Kabam do him justice? So Super Skrull has been intertwined in a lot of story arcs from, Annihilation to dealing with the Defenders and Ms. Marvel and Kamala Khan, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but he's had a big story arc. So the Skrull who became known as Super Skrull was born with the name Klatar on Tarnax 4. Now, Klatar volunteered to be artificially augmented at the command of Emperor Dorek, who you see here in this photo along with Super Skrull, who had vowed revenge after an invasion of Earth was foiled by the Fantastic Four. Now, Kl'rt was given the combined abilities of the Fantastic Four, but his powers actually exceeded the originals. So he burned hotter and flew faster than Johnny Storm. He could stretch farther than Mr. Fantastic. He exercised greater control over his invisibility than Sue, and he was even stronger than the Thing. Now, he did retain his, Skrullian? Yeah, that's a word. Shape-shifting abilities and his super strong hypnotic skills. Now, he was dubbed the Super Skrull by the Emperor himself and basically was the point man in the second invasion of Earth. All he had to do was, beat the Fantastic Four. Now, his power is actually further augmented by a beam that's directed from the Skrull homeworld, and that's actually how the Fantastic Four defeated him, was they just kind of blocked the beam, so it lessened his power so that he wasn't as strong or stronger, really, than they were. Now, during the Kree-Skrull War, Kl'rt actually disguised himself as Carol Danvers to capture and kidnap the Kree soldier known as Captain Mar-Vell. So, he even allied himself with Thanos at one time. He's had many runs in with a lot of different characters, like Kamala. He even was helped by Nova because during Annihilation, he actually helped to save the world during Annihilation. So Nova couldn't kill him after that. So, and especially because Nova was an ally with Super Skrull, so they kind of became, I don't want to say buddy-buddy, but sort of. Now, Super Skrull has, like I said, all of the powers and abilities of the original Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic's elasticity, Invisible Woman's invisibility and force fields, Human Torch's flight and pyrokinetics, and the Thing's strength and, rocky hide. I don't really want to call it a hide, but that's what we're going with. Rocky skin, same difference. Now, all of these abilities are amplified, so he can stretch farther than Mr. Fantastic or become twice as hot as the Human Torch. So now that we know a little bit about Super Skrull, how he is in the comics, let's take a look and see how he fares in the game. And I gotta say, I really think Kabam fell short with this guy. He definitely is not stronger than Thing. He relies heavily on damage over time debuffs, specifically, Incinerate, which obviously is part of the Human Torch aspect of him. But, Thing doesn't rely on debuffs, right? Thing is just strong. He gains Furies. Now, Super Skrull does gain Furies like Thing does, but he doesn't do near the damage output that Thing does. And also, when it comes to Incinerates, his Incinerates are only potent when he activates the Nova Fists. But if he's supposed to burn hotter than the Human Torch, why are his Nova Fists not Nova Flames? So Kabam should have really made his Nova Fists be Nova Flames if they wanted to get a more accurate version, a more comic accurate version of Super Skrull, because that's what is needed here. This guy relies heavily on DOT damage in order to get the damage output, and he relies heavily on that being his Nova Fists. So you need to get those activated to do the big Incinerates. The problem here lies is if you come into contact, or you fight someone rather, who is Incinerate immune, you're not going to be doing the damage that you should be doing. And I think Kabam really fell short here. They could have given him the Nova Flame like Torch has. That right now, that's only specific to Human Torch. But if this guy has stronger powers than all the Fantastic Four members, then he should have the Nova Flame. Incorporate that into the Nova Fist, because the Nova Fists aren't exactly the easiest thing to, number one, activate and keep active. So having them do that, I think would have been a big help with this guy. Number two is his Furies. So while his rotation to get the Furies is fine, it should have been maybe similar to Things. Now he can go unblockable like Thing, which is kind of nice, but I still think Kabam could have done a little bit more with him. He's supposed to be more powerful than the Fantastic Four, and he's not even as powerful as any single member in the Fantastic Four. So in my opinion, Kabam kind of really fell short comic-wise with this guy when it comes to his powers and abilities. Now, he looks really cool. He's obviously stretchy like Mr. Fantastic. His force field is okay. You kind of get that right from the Invisible Woman. He does have a falter mechanic, which I guess is supposed to play off Invisible Woman's invisibility, even though it kind of doesn't really work that way. So I think he should have had an invisibility mechanic, whether it be something like the Hoods or Invisible Woman, or even a phase like Ghost mechanic, or even the Silver Surfer would have been better. So, but anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Super Skrull? Do you think Kabam stayed true to his comic book history, or do you think they fell rather short with him? Do you think his Nova Fists should include the Nova Flame, or should they stay as they are? Let me know in the comments below how you would adjust Super Skrull, and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and enjoy this quick word from Kevin Smith.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and if you enjoyed the mediocre Mcoc video full of scrub gameplay, then show Katy some love by hitting like and subscribe, man. Katy don't ask for much. Katy did ask for this. Katy did. So do like Katy did and bug people and get you to like and subscribe, man. She's doing that Mcoc beautifully, not mediocre.